Good morning. All right, let's pull some carrots and see what we've got. Roll the music and let's get it done. Okay, these have been planted since early spring fairly. Had plenty of time, and I just planted them in some potting mix that had a little bit of compost in it. So whatever our result is, it's going to give me an idea of, how good that potting mix was. As you remember, when we planted them, we planted 4 buckets. Just going to harvest one right now. In the first place, if they're not real good, we can let the rest of them grow a little bit. In the second place, I don't need a whole lot of carrots all at once. So we can harvest them, wait a couple weeks, harvest another bucket, and kind of let them go through the fall. So let's get to this. These were the hybrid carrots. Hey, now them are some carrots. Got some smaller ones here. Kind of salad type carrots. That one's got all the dirt's going to stay on it. Okay, separate it out a little bit here. Another little finger carrot. That one's got a lot more top than it had carrot. All right, this looks like another good one. He's down in there a ways. Yeah, that's an acceptable carrot. We can live with that. This is the bucket. If you've been watching these and paying attention, this is the bucket the cat dug in. So I didn't know what we were going to get, and we didn't get as many because I think the cat buried some of our seed. So we didn't do as well on this one, but that's okay. All right, another couple of small ones here. There's a nice one. Getting close to the end. Okay, well, there's our result. I'm pretty happy with that. That's enough carrots to get us by for a little while. So, let's took a couple more little tiny things there. Don't amount to anything. I'm pretty okay with that. It's kind of hard in Kansas to grow carrots. Kansas, the soil is really heavy, clay, and you hate to dig some out and add stuff to lighten it because you kind of create a bowl for them to drown in when you get a lot of rain. So this was one way I could think of to go ahead and grow a few things like carrots. And so there's our result. That's a good pound of carrots, maybe a little more, but I'm happy with it. All right, now I've talked a couple of times, I've mentioned that we want a little bit more nitrogen in the garden. I'm seeing pretty good growth, but there's times when you think, gosh, it's just kind of lagging a little bit. Could have been better. So, I did a little studying. Now my method, I don't till. I believe that by not tilling, the soil retains its structure. It invites more microorganisms, earthworms, and so on. And I keep everything mulched. Now this is the first year for that. So the effects will get better as years pass and you continue to do this. Because with having the whole garden mulched, it's almost like it's a big compost pile. It's just constantly breaking down and going into the soil. But it just seemed like we were just a little shy on nitrogen. So I went back and researched a little bit, and I figured out what was going on. And that's this. In the end, the mulch will do the job. But at least to start with, and there'll always be a little of this effect. As mulch is breaking down, or anything like that that you put on your soil, as it's breaking down, it's taking a little nitrogen out of the very top of the soil. Now eventually it adds it back in as that mulch is completely broken down. Those nutrients go back in. But where you're continually adding and it's continually going, instead of adding much, you know, you're kind of, at least the first year, you're nitrogen minus a little, just a little. So here's what I'm going to do. Now it'd be real easy to go out and buy a little Miracle Grow, sprinkle it around. Did that once this spring. But I want something a little more natural. I want something a little better. And using Miracle Grow or anything like that, it's kind of like a one-way expenditure. Okay, you spend your money, you get your Miracle Grow, you put it on, you get your result. That's not bad, but it could be better. So here's what we came up with. We decided to raise a few meat rabbits. My city will allow that within limits. You know, they want you to have 3 rabbits. Well, that's $2 and a buck. I started to research it, and I found out that, you know, $2 and a buck, if you're doing a good meat rabbit breed, you know, that's about fried rabbit once a week, folks. So I can live with that. Anybody that knows me knows I'm kind of all about food, between growing it, cooking it, and you know, I just enjoy it. So we're going to raise this few meat rabbits. That way we spend a little money on rabbit feed ongoing. We end up with some rabbits that they're going to go on the table. So there's an even expenditure there. But then the rabbit droppings get captured. They get added to the garden. There's your extra nitrogen. There's more food to attract earthworms. It's just a win-win. It's just an extra benefit that you're not paying for. So that's what we're going to do. Here in the next week or two, my son and I are going to build the hutches. We were going to do it this weekend, but it just didn't quite work out. So we're going to build some hutches. I found a person to get my breeding stock from who seems to be really, you know, very, very experienced. So that's the whole plan. I know I've got at least one subscriber that'll be all about the rabbits. So it'll give us something we can make a video on now and then through the winter. And maybe even a cooking video as we start to harvest a rabbit or two. So that's what we're going to do. One more thing I want to mention, and that's this. You know, YouTube is a little tough to get started in, because when you first put videos out, you're so far down in the search engine that, you know, I had friends that couldn't find me when I put out my first 2 or 3, and they couldn't find them on YouTube. So I had to give them a full title to punch in, you know, and then okay, they found it. Well, and then as you grow and as you get subscribers, then you start placing a little higher. I noticed this last week. I didn't put one out last weekend because I had to work and I didn't have much time, and Sunday afternoon I was just wiped out. I didn't want to. I had to go to work Sunday night. So I didn't put anything out, but yet over the week I picked up 2 subscribers. So that's great. And so what I do is when somebody subscribes to me, I subscribe to them. I figure it's tough getting started. It's tough all the way around for people, even people that have been at it a little while. So, you know, if they're going to support me, I'm going to support them. And I'm really glad to do so, and I've enjoyed it. And I found a couple of people that, out of those subscribers, that, you know what, I really like some of the stuff they do. So, not going to mention any names, because I did mention one once, or mentioned where a person lived, and they immediately unsubscribed. So, not going to mention any names, but we're happy with the carrots, and I want you to look forward to seeing the rabbit videos as we go along. So, you all have a quality day.